Hello, welcome back. Last time I kept up my momentum and managed to get 3 more rooms done. Kinda surprising myself. I expect that to stop at any moment. One of these is going to be a major stumper, but maybe I've been so over-prepared for this hole to be extremely hard that it's actually not nearly as hard as people have made it sound like it was. And I'm actually fine here. So, both kinds of tar stuff gonna grow here. Can't really let tar grow more than once here. I think I'm going to take out that tar blob, which is doable. Mud's going to start growing and start causing a Okay, fascinating. Not sure I get it yet. When I drop trapdoors, there's going to be a lot of growth here. I have to be able to get out. Let's first try and see if I can eliminate this tar blob. Mud's a bit in the way. Let's ignore the mud for a moment. Focus only on tar. Oh, I'm too slow. I see. So, there's no way I can make it there in time, right? Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Well, I think I see a way that I can make this work, maybe. That mud's gonna get in my way. Yeah, I can make some progress here. Mud babies have stopped that from causing me additional problems. I can't get there quick enough, though. Okay. So here's my thought. What I want is similar to that, but not quite that. I need to allow a bunch of growth so that I can access those two. That was not as efficient as that. There we go. I wish there were more of you, because that's going to just keep on growing horizontally here, and that's not good enough for me. What if I spend some time here pruning this mud? How much time can I spend? Not that much. What if I spend some time here pruning this mud? There. Now it can't grow that way anymore. I can break this. Let that happen. And I think I have enough turns to do this. I do. That's okay. That's all fine. I have all the time in the world now, right? Oh, I can't do that. I see the problem. So that would leave tar babies in the wall. That's why I can't eliminate this. I should have realized that earlier. So, if I'm not allowed to eliminate, this is going to expand in one direction or the other. So I just need to halt growth with babies. How will I do that? I mean, this isn't helping me, is it? It might. It very well might. I'd actually like you to create some more of yourselves. There we go. Okay, there. Now tar can't go anywhere. So what about the mud? What's this? Something bad. Don't let it grow over that. That's okay. Okay, so one... Oops. Use puzzle view. Use control weight frequently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's cool, but I foresee a problem down here. Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 was the number I needed here, though, wasn't it? Maybe this will work. Let's try. Oh. You are the problem. I understand. Okay, so a mud baby coming from there is the issue there. Well, so what exactly is wrong with doing this? What's wrong with that is it'll make an impenetrable barrier. It already had in the arrangement that I did there. Oh. Did I want to grow it this way instead? Almost certainly. Because then, if it's to the west, I can do the exact same thing I did with the tar and just stop it as a little 2x2. And that's much easier. So I'm almost certain I want this blob over on this side, but not completely certain. So hang on, just show me what this looks like. Oh, immediate bad stuff. Okay. Alright, let's do to the mud what I did to the tar. So I want to leave the mud there, kinda. It controls itself on that side decently. Well, hang on. I do want to do kind of what I did there. Just trim the mud less. So I've gotten rid of that side of the tar. The mud will grow. It's going to make mud babies and cause me problems, is the trouble here. I can't get there in time if I have to do all that. That's the issue. I can let it grow again, but I won't be quick enough. Yeah, that's what I thought. So how do I do both of those at once? Am I sure that's what I want to do? Like, if I had the situation where the mud's growing to the east, as long as it's not making a mud baby here, or here, or growing onto this itself, then that could still be viable. No, it can't, because if it starts growing into this hallway past this point, then it's uncuttable. This becomes an impenetrable wall here. So no, I do want it on the west, like I did with the tar. So how do I do both at once? I mean, it was so nice to trim the... What if I do... Idea. What if I want a lot more tar babies on this side? If I wait for this, that's not what I want. I'd have to wait twice. And if I'm waiting twice, then I'm already having problems. How's this like that? Like, to get here quick enough from standing in this row, I need to have trimmed the mud more, but I need to leave the mud here so that I can pull the same trick I did with it with the tar. That's the problem. And I just can't quite do that. And I can't arrange this so that I can stab the tar in any way. Unless there's some crafty way I could, like... Well, that saved some turns. Almost enough, actually. Maybe there is some crafty way I could do that. So if I face this way... I don't like that weight move. How do I get rid of that weight move? Oh wait, here we go. I didn't turn my sword and now I made it. Okay. This I think is what I want, so I'm going to... I think I need to go play with some mud, maybe? Oh boy, I am not sure about any of this. Mud's definitely a problem here. I just don't have time. Just don't have time. Alright, so this feels like it was by design, what I managed to do there. If I were to do that, what would happen? Can't get there quick enough, right? There's nothing I can do to make that any quicker, right? No, that's the same speed. I mean, I can't... There's no other way I can cut that and get in there. Suppose I could. I would not be at an impasse with this. That would be fine. Could I keep a tar baby alive? No. Yeah, I just don't see this working this way. Right, and I cannot wait for another growth. Ignoring what the tar has done there, the mud has made this impenetrable now. Was I able to stab the mud as I went by? And would that have helped? No and no. Nope, no to both of those questions. Okay. Am I sure I'm trying to do the right thing? It would be awfully convenient to be over here and have an infinite amount of time with no possible growth. I set that up with the tar, with just a few tar babies here and one blob there. I am sure I could do the same thing with mud here. Am I? Yes, if I had one mud baby, I could turn it into infinite mud babies there. But there's all these weird little, like there's this thing, this alcove. I feel like that's almost supposed to function as like some place where I put, like seed the mud in there, so that when it grows at a specific time here, the mud baby does not spawn here. I don't see that really working though. That still needs 6 growths. Okay, so from here, if there was a 2x2 mud blob here, then immediately mud baby spawns and steps there. If there was a 3x2, then that's 1, 2, and third growth, mud baby spawns there. So that's no good. No. Alright, what is the specific problem that I'm having with the approach that I'm using? The problem is... Oh hey, was that more efficient than what I did before? Do I have an extra turn here? I don't. Same number of turns. I'm sure I can't do that, because those tar babies would be trapped forever. It seems like that's unproductive, because the tar is going to grow anyway. And to get through the mud here... just takes as long as the tar is going to grow. Nah. Okay, so alright, fine. Let's take it as a given that the mud is going to go this way. This seems like a pretty good place to be, doesn't it? Alright, so I need to tweak this. Allow that to grow there. Allow it once more. I think once more. Oh, I can cap this. Ooh. But capping it like that won't help, because that's going to walk in there as soon as I let it. Okay, so one more grow. And this is still no good because it's still going to block me off there. So this does not work, right? Doesn't seem like it to me. For two reasons. That, and also all this. Well, this room's hard. Okay, so this looks like this is the stumper that I was expecting. Okay. I'm going to assume that all of these are just enforcement mechanisms for the stuff that I was trying to prevent from happening. And that I do want both of these on the west edge. Like, it's so convenient to just eliminate the mud here and deal just with the tar, but I can't. I'm not allowed. Alright, so I could wait for tar here. I could not wait and just go. If I don't wait and I just go. That's what I've been doing. It takes that long and looks like this. I have to wait in this particular row in order to get that tar baby to stop tar from growing more. And in the course of doing that, those mud babies happen. I cannot take a single turn to do anything different here if I want to make it here and do this. If I could have my sword another way, but I can't, because I can't deal with those mud babies if I'm facing this way. It just does not work. And I can't really change the layout of the mud unless I don't cut this, but then that makes everything worse. I could come here, cut the mud, and go back. So I haven't tried that yet. Let's see what happens. I don't want to do that. I want the tar on this side. Okay, there's enough time for that, but this happens. Can I leave a mud baby? Okay, there's an idea. What if I wait here? Okay, so do the opposite. Just wait here, let those do their thing. Allow this to happen. Create tar babies here. Gonna have to kill one of them. So what I haven't done is done anything to prevent this from being a problem. Wow. This is nasty. Okay, let's look at this from another angle again. So if I go back here again, what could hypothetically allow mud grown into this area to be okay here? Hypothetically. Wait, why is this wrong? So it'll grow like that. Oh wait, did I actually just do this? What about this? That creates an impossibility there, that's why. Right, and there's nothing to get me around that. See, now I can kill these things, and get out here, and get past here. So yeah, that's cool, but then I'm stuck with this. Those are all real walls, no way to get at mud babies underneath them. I can't move this. Like, these two have to remain stable mud. These two have to remain stable tar. I've completely disarmed the tar, and that's great. I just need to do the same for the mud, and it's so hard to do in the east, but trying to do it in the west seems to make this an impossibility. Seems to. I can't tell if it does for sure, though. Alright, so can I either prove that this is indeed impossible or find a way to make it not impossible? So what would be required for this is I absolutely could not let this grow past that point. There are definitely too many growth cycles to be able to fully prevent that. Mud babies wouldn't stay here. If I had a mud blob, say, here, then 1, 2. It's just 2 growths, it would do that. And even if it hadn't, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus the 6 here. So even if I could somehow separate out a mud blob here, have mud babies there, preventing stuff, and stop a mud baby from spawning here, it still would not be enough to prevent this from happening. Now that's a toggle. Is it significant that that's a toggle? If something goes on and comes back off, but there's no way I can either move north of here or west of here while I'm in this area. So no. I could kill a mud mother and not a tar mother, or a tar mother and not a mud mother. Well, that's not really true. I could kill a mud mother and, well, not really get anywhere because I get across that force arrow. So no. I kill both when I come in here and it doesn't matter. No moving monster can be anywhere in this entire zone unless it has some sort of blocker for so it can't move there. So I'm going to go back and look at this from the other perspective. There are 2 perspectives that I currently know of to look at this from. Are there more? Is there more I could do? This is the exact same thing I've done lots of times, and it's not going to help me to do it again. Why is this not viable? Remind me. Because I can't stop the tar from growing into the space I'm standing in now. I can't prune it enough to get it all the way back. If I wait for another growth, the mud locks me in. Yep, those are the problems. Can I, while I'm waiting here, retrieve some mud babies from here and somehow use them to block some mud growth there? Because, like, if I could just get a mud baby here, then I could spend as much time with the tar over there as I need. Okay. And that would put me north of this, and that guy does let me bring that over there. Let's see. He is right on my tail, though. That doesn't feel like it's going to help anything ever. Can I make more tar babies? Yes. Yes, I can. Sort of. There's no way that retrieving this mud baby is going to help me. No, I need him there to stop this from growing down there. Alright, so let's focus on making more tar babies. So I allow that to happen. Then I can't unspool those. Oh. They're in the wrong turn order. I see. I can't do that. This doesn't help. Yeah! If I just keep this under control for a moment. kind of leave it as is. Let the tar grow again. Oh, let the tar grow again! Got it. That's my solution. Because I couldn't cut it the way I wanted to cut it there, but I can if I let it grow again. Of course. I did it, I think. Leave the mud as is, that's my only option. But with tar growing one more time, it's still all cuttable, and I can do exactly what I want. There we go! That was the solution. I think. I'm not so sure anymore. It grew like that, but I can prevent more. Yes, I can prevent what I need to prevent. So do this. Oh, dear. That's fine. Okay, so, there we go. Oh, shoot. No? Oh, my sword. Okay, so, be more efficient with this. Oof, that doesn't feel right. No, nothing's right about that. That's completely wrong. Okay. So that's exactly the number of turns needed for that. If I did this. That's what it would look like. I've done this already. I just don't get... I either get killed by this mud baby, or this mud baby, or I get blocked. It's one of those options. So how do I create another option for myself? Is this where I go pull one of these out? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to do that. I can't leave that guy there. I can't create another one because there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Can I prune the mud at a different time? I can't wait another cycle because then this tar will grow to here and it'll be uncuttable. I thought I had it. When am I wasting time? I'm gonna pull you out of there. Okay? I can't wait. This is unreasonable. There's no way I'm gonna have this guy behind me and be able to get anywhere. I can pretend. I'm pretending. But that's not going to work. There is no way. Leaving that's not the answer. That's not what I want. So the whole idea here was I wait one more tar cycle so that it's cuttable in the way I need it to be cuttable. While I'm doing that, how do I be productive with... Wait, idea. What if I don't prune this mud the way that I was pruning it? So I let that happen. I'm going to face this way. Well, that doesn't seem right at all. Nothing about this. No, this is all super wrong. Because I don't have time to do any of that. Like, it's very precise what I have to do. It's extremely specific. I can't be standing anywhere south of this row when growth happens, or else tar becomes uncuttable. I have to stab that. I don't get enough mud babies to do anything meaningful with mud growth there. And if I want to get there in time, I have to face this way. There's that weird little wasted turn there. Could I turn that into something else? If I'd face... Certainly not that way. Like, I'm gonna have... Oh, I can't do that, certainly. No! I don't have time to do any of that. There's no time. There's no time. There's no time. You can't do that, okay? It's impossible. Stop trying, okay? You have to stand here and do this, okay? Since this is an even number in between those two, I have to wait, or I have to not move south for a moment. I need to cut that corner, because you forced me to do that. That's the only way. That's the only thing I can do. I have zero other options. So from this state, is there something magical that I can do? No. Okay, so I 100%, for sure, zero ambiguity, have to chop into this tar. I did something slightly different there. I turned my sword the opposite direction. Has that helped me? No, it's the same. It's the same. It's all the same. Nothing goes as it's supposed to. So it's like I have to somehow shove a mud baby up in here, which is impossible, for sure. Get one to spawn in here, or like come from over there. That's the outside possibility that I'm considering now. Get a mud baby from over there to somehow come in here, but it would just follow me this way. There's no way that that's going to happen. Unless like a lot more growth has happened? Can I get this into a stable pattern? No. No, once I've come over here to do this, I can't. I can't set this up so that it'll make more mud babies. What am I missing here? Are you serious? I'm angry at myself for not being able to see what I am missing. There's something basic here. Okay, so this is more the experience that I expected when I started this hold, by the way. Okay, so I am 100% sure I cannot get a mud baby from here to meaningfully block this, because Beethrow himself has to get through, then walk along this long horizontal corridor. If Beethrow can get through, then it is completely certain that a mud baby can get through, unless growth happens while he's in between here and here, but that can't, because I cannot be standing south of this row when growth happens. I have to be in this row, or north, so that this doesn't block off. Okay? It feels like I'm trying to do something impossible here, but that the room is set up to make it look like it's what I want to do. Thing is that the other thing that I tried to do also seemed impossible. So, am I certain? Can I be certain that the way to block the tar is indeed by having it on the west? Maybe I'm falling into a trap of doing this. Maybe I want the tar on the east, and the mud on the west. What if I did that? If I did that, I would need a lot of mud and tar babies in here. Yeah, just like a full column of them would eventually... No, that would very easily end up on this plate. No, that's bad. That's not what I want. All signs point to that I'm trying to do the right thing, I'm just doing it wrong. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what's being communicated to me. What are my options? Where can I affect this in any way? What can I change? It has to be in something to do with the way this mud grows. What if I... Oh, idea. Idea. You're gonna help me. I'm gonna use you to do stuff. So you're gonna prevent that from growing too far. Like this. That feels almost like what I need. I'm gonna need some time to make this work though, so if I face... Hold on. So okay. I face this way on 28. Had to waste too much time. Had to turn my sword. Not gonna make it here. But I might be on the right track. Okay, so ignore that. I would let tar grow again. Then I'd get here and still have the same problem. That's actually just made my problems worse. So what if... Okay, so what else can I do with that dude? I can leave him there, which is not better because the whole problem is I get this blob here and I have to turn my sword away from east to deal with it. East is the best way for dealing with that. Okay, so additional idea. What if I do continue facing east on like 27? I do this. Still gotta turn my sword. Still gotta turn my sword. Still gotta turn my sword. But if I don't have that extra downward thingy somehow... No! No, this doesn't work! I have to spend 2 turns turning there, and then that's too many. I needed 2 more turns to get there. What?! What is this?! Alright, so here's a new silly idea. I'm 1 turn before I would cut the eastern edge of this tar. What if I allow it to grow? I want to trim that mud, actually. What if I allow it to grow? Let this happen as it did. Trim it now. Well, nothing about that works, does it? No, it really doesn't. Wait a second. That's super not good. What are my options here? I'm trying to... So, I want... The half-baked idea I have is that when I'm standing in this spot and I allow the tar to grow, there'll still be some over here and it will create a tar baby, which will end up here, which will prevent the mud from growing completely shut all around me there. I don't really have an issue here unless I take way too long. That feels like the sort of thinking I would have to apply in this room, but how would I do that? It's hard to imagine. I mean, it would have to... The way to make a tar baby there is, I mean, it happens here, like this. The way to make it there is to have it grow from there. So after 1 more growth, I need to trim it off. But, well, is that okay? Maybe. So then I'm back to going over here at a different time. Maybe that's fine. Okay, so I trim it off. But no, I want it to happen 1 later. Okay. Okay. Well, I can do that, can't I? So to do that, I would do this. Yeah, okay, that's plausible. I allow this. No, now I'm way too late already. Because while I can do the stuff I wanted to do, the next tar growth is the one I need to already be over there for. And also I'm off by 1. Well, sort of. No, none of this is right. I have to already be standing here when that happens. Unless I could get from here to here with my sword facing northwest and cut that before it grows again, but that's not gonna happen. Is it? Not with the mud there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I could waste at most 2 turns between here and there. 1 turn, because then I'd be standing here and a tar baby would appear there. Okay, so that's not it. So that's new and interesting. I don't think I can do that facing the other way, though. Well, but I can just prune that tar like... Oh, but no, I'd have to be standing up there. Alright, so what did I do exactly? So by standing here, I can allow that tar baby to appear. Then I can use it, if I race in here and waste 0 time, to create this situation very early. However, I'm dead now. If I could be facing exactly the opposite direction, I would not be dead, but if I were facing the opposite direction, I would die here. There's no other amazing thing I can do to make that happen quite that way. No, it's pretty specific, and I just don't have time to get where I'm going. Right? Can't somehow get assistance from you. Well, it's worth a shot. Oh, there we go. Okay, you know the thing I was trying a moment ago? Somehow I didn't think of doing that. Okay, so let's restart and see what I just did. So I just spent like, yeah, a full hour past what I had when I stopped, trying to figure this out. I probed at the possibility of leaving the mud over here and the tar here. I think I pretty conclusively decided that that's impossible. The mud 100% has to be here. And pretty sure the tar has to be here too. The purpose of these views, as I figured out, is to prevent intermingling, to keep me from growing mud into this area, to keep the tar from being a problem. Okay, so what I did was I waited here, so that there's one tar baby there. By walking in that pattern, he ends up there, and I can just ignore him. So instead of standing here and letting mud tar babies spawn, I let stable tar spawn that I can actually cut. Hey look, that was so easy when I do the right magical thing. Okay, great. So, alright, so I'm here. New stuff, finally. Alright, so now the puzzle becomes... Oh, hold on. Don't be quite so hasty there. I think I can get away with this. Yeah, so now, after I make a couple of more tar babies, it would be great if, let's see, if I wait one more here... There we go. Now that's enough, I don't have to worry about that. It sure would be great if I could real easily create a situation here where there's a mud baby here, but I can't create that so easily. Okay, I think I know what to do though. So I discovered an interesting little pattern with mud here. I can separate out an extra blob from this. For example, if I were to stand... Oh, how would I do it here? Don't think I want to stand there. I'm going to stand here? Yeah, okay, so I'll allow that to happen. Face this way, and there we go. Now I have a blob over there. Does that help me in this situation? There's a thing I can do with that. If I can just get it capped over here, then that'll be fine. Perhaps if I just... Yeah, I think I can actually do this very simply. Just allow that to go. Okay, not quite like that. Alright, so let's just cut that. Let it grow once. Yeah, and then just do this. So walk away when it's about to grow. And there we go, that's capped off. Okay, that was all I needed. Alright. Anyway, yeah, so if I separate out a little blob, I can create a situation where I have like a cuttable T-junction, kind of. It's hard to describe, but I experimented with that for a bit. I don't think I need anything quite that advanced, but I am sure, given the way that this hold is, that that will come up later in it. Okay, that's the exact layout that I want. No it's not. No it's not. No, right. Whole purpose of getting that over there was so that I could do this. Take that, mud. Okay, you're neutralized. Yay, I did it. Okay, so that took a lot of work. It was kinda satisfying once I got it. I feel like my satisfaction was cut short because it was just such a nothing realization. It's like, oh, hey, I can do this thing now, and like, just so suddenly the puzzle is solved. Like, I was picking at the knot, unraveling it, just trying to untie this big tangled mess of string, and then just all of a sudden, bloop, oh, it's completely untied. I don't know, it felt weird. Anyway, so yeah, this was much more in line with the experience that I expected to have in this hold. I've heard most of the second floor is going to be like that, so yeah, that's... Alright, so first nasty room. I did get it done though, I did not have to go look at hints and solutions, it just took me close to 2 hours. Alright, so, got that done. I'll see you next time for another room.